Welcome to our step-by-step video guide on how to apply to become an ACCA-approved employer. ACCA offers 3 streams of approval under the Approved Employer Program. 1. Trainee Development. This is for employers that support ACCA students. 2. Professional Development is for employers that support ACCA members. 3. And Practicing Certificate Development. This covers your students and members training towards an ACCA practicing certificate. In this video, we'll be focusing on how you'll apply for trainee development and professional development. Ready to get started? From the home page, hover your mouse over Employers. From the drop-down, click Approved Employer Program. Just click on How to Apply, and you'll find all the guidance and resources you need to complete your application. We strongly recommend that you take the time to read through this information before starting your application. Let's look at this in more detail now. Before you start your application, it's important to decide on the stream, level, and scope that best aligns with your needs. Please note, you can only apply for one stream at a time. If you're thinking of applying for multiple streams, you'll need to submit separate applications for each one. However, once you've completed your first application, you can start your next application straight away, and this pre-populates your personal information. When we say stream, think of it as your type of approval, either trainee development or professional development. As for level, that's all about your status, gold or platinum. It's important to note that different levels only apply to trainee development, not professional development, which only has one level. And when we mention scope, we're talking about the departments or offices you wish to cover, whether it's within a single department or function, a single office, multiple offices, or even nationwide. For more information, please visit our guidance on approval types and their scope page. Keep in mind that while the global scope option is available for both streams, you can only apply for it once your initial application gets approved. You'll then complete an expansion form to finalize the approval process. This can be done by emailing reaccreditation@accaglobal.com and asking to extend the scope. Following this, an accreditation officer will be in touch with the next steps. Please note, to obtain global approval you'll need to confirm all offices meet the standards. Please review the guidance and the documents required. Our Approved Employer Assessment Matrix will be your trusty companion in determining whether your company meets the set targets and what necessary documentary evidence you need to apply. Don't forget to check the key at the bottom of the matrix for additional guidance. Boxes colored in red are evidence targets, documentary evidence required for application submission. Boxes colored in gray are best practice statements, no documentary evidence necessary. However, you'll need to agree that your organization meets these standards. Boxes colored in black refer to the Practicing Certificate Development stream, which we'll not be covering in this video. We would advise at this stage that you gather the documents needed. Please click here to find a detailed guide on the evidence required for whichever level you are applying for. Next, you'll have to capture the following information: total number of employees, number of directors and/or partners, number of finance employees, number of ACCA students and members. Don't forget to assign your primary and secondary contacts. We suggest assigning your primary contact to the HR personnel or whoever is responsible for coordinating the application process, while the secondary contact could be your finance expert. Once you've decided on the stream, level, scope, and gathered your documents, you're ready to begin the application. In this segment, we'll start by exploring the professional development stream. Later on, we'll come back to focus on the 2 trainee development streams, gold and platinum. When you're all set to begin your application, simply click Start our improved application process now. On the landing page, you'll discover valuable insights outlining the distinctions between trainee development, professional development, and practicing certificate development, which we won't cover in this video. Ready to proceed? Just click Next to move forward. Now it's time to provide some details about your organization. As part of this, you'll be prompted to confirm the sector type. Please pick the one that best reflects your organization. If you select public practice, you'll need to verify your recognized supervisory body from the provided list, and include the number of clients your organization serves. Once you've filled in all the required information, simply click Next to continue. Next, please enter the details of your primary and secondary contacts. The primary contact will be our go-to person for any questions regarding your application. In the event of a successful application, this individual will also be our main point of contact for crucial information regarding your ongoing approval, including an explanation of the benefits you'll receive, as well as the renewal and monitoring processes. We advise selecting a senior professional from human resources or whoever is responsible for coordinating the application process as your primary contact. Additionally, we strongly recommend providing details for a secondary contact. This person will be contacted in the absence of your primary contact. Once you've entered the necessary details, click Next to proceed. Next, please select the stream you wish to apply for by ticking the corresponding box. Remember, you can only apply for one stream per application. But as we said earlier, once you've completed your first application, you can start your next application straight away, and this pre-populates your personal information. Then, click the drop-down menu and choose the scope of approval you're seeking. Once you make your selection, additional on-screen guidance specific to your chosen scope will be provided. Please note that for every office you require to be covered by the approval, you'll need to confirm all documents and statements are followed by all offices included. And please list offices and addresses in the box on the right. For countrywide, if this is for more than one country, please list those countries to be covered in the box on the right. Please note the following important information. Any alternative names for your company, such as trading names, should be entered in the space provided below, as well as any countries or office locations to be covered that are in addition to the address given at the start of the application. Any separate legal entities wholly or partly owned by your company, such as subsidiary companies, must apply for their own approval. If you wish, you can save and exit the application at this stage. You'll receive an email containing the details necessary to retrieve your application at a later time. At this stage, it's crucial to confirm that your organization meets the statements displayed on screen. On this page, you'll discover additional information essential for uploading your evidence and including your best practice statements. Please ensure you click each of the boxes to proceed. If any of the boxes remain unticked, as they can't be achieved, then regrettably, you'll be ineligible to apply. You've successfully completed the first stage of your application. Click Next to proceed to stage 2. At this stage, we require evidence supporting your statements, although document uploads are not yet necessary. Further details about the targets can be accessed by clicking the link provided on the screen. Please note that best practice statements do not require supporting documentary evidence. Simply input no evidence required in both the explanation and documentary evidence fields for any target marked best practice statement to proceed to the next stage of the application. For evidence targets, you must upload supporting documents. In the first column, provide a brief description of your company's policies and processes. For example, as part of our company policy, all members of regulatory bodies, such as ACCA, are required to complete personal development plans every year. In the second section, include the name of the file you'll be uploading to support each target statement. Also, describe the contents of each file, ensuring clarity for the reviewing officer. This is so the officer reviewing your application will know which document refers to which statement. Please note, documents are not required to be uploaded at this point. You'll do this in the next stage. Once completed, click Next to advance to the next stage of the application. Now, you're tasked with uploading your documentary evidence. Please ensure that all documents are in English. Here's how to upload your documents. Click Add. Please ensure that your documents adhere to the permitted files types as shown on screen. Select Choose File. Locate and select your desired file. Click Upload Document. You'll then see that your file has been successfully added. If you have more documents to upload, simply repeat these steps until all necessary documents are included. Once you're ready, click Submit Documents to proceed to the next stage. You've reached the summary stage of your application. Take a moment to write down your application number and carefully review all the details to ensure accuracy. If you spot any errors or wish to make edits to any section, simply click on the respective section heading. This will redirect you to that stage of the application, allowing you to make necessary changes. Once you've thoroughly reviewed your application and are satisfied with the information provided and can confirm the best practice statements, click Continue with Application to proceed. Please take a moment to carefully read the declaration and select either Accept or Decline. Should you choose Decline, you'll have the option to cancel your application. If you opt to proceed, you'll need to accept the declaration. Next, you can choose whether to accept or decline third-party promotional material. Please note that accepting this is not a requirement to proceed with the application. When you're ready to submit your application, click Submit Application. Upon submission, you'll receive on-screen confirmation and an email will be sent to the primary contact to confirm your application has been successfully submitted. Now, let's explore how to submit an application for trainee development. Remember, there are two streams: Gold or Platinum. You'll need to decide which stream you wish to apply for before starting your application. Further details about the streams can be found on our How to Apply page. If you're ready to apply for trainee development, click the link provided on screen. Alternatively, if you're not starting a second application, you'd click Start our improved application process now from the How to Apply page. If you choose the link on screen, it will start a new application and pre-populate your organization's details and contact information. However, if needed, you'll have the opportunity to change the contact details. As we delve into the trainee development application process, we'll focus on highlighting the key differences. Please note that on the Approval Streams and Scope page, if you have already applied for another stream, it will be grayed out, indicating that an application for this stream has already been submitted. First, click the box next to Trainee Development, and select your scope from the drop-down menu, which we discussed earlier in this video. Please note that for every office you require to be covered by the approval, you'll need to confirm all documents and statements are followed by all offices included. And please list offices and addresses in the box on the right. For countrywide, if this is for more than one country, please list those countries to be covered in the box on the right. Your application for trainee development status will be assessed on a combination of evidence targets and best practice statements. You can find further information on each target by clicking the links on screen. If you are applying for Gold, you'll need to agree to and check the boxes that apply to Gold. If you are applying for Platinum, you'll need to first agree to and check the boxes that apply to Gold, and then Platinum. You'll be unable to tick the Platinum boxes until you've ticked and accepted the Gold boxes. After confirmation of your approval level on screen, similar to what we witnessed with the professional development stream earlier, we now proceed to the section where supporting documentation is required. At this stage, we require evidence supporting your statements, although document uploads are not yet necessary. Further details about the targets can be accessed by clicking the link provided on screen. Please remember, best practice statements do not require supporting documentary evidence. Simply input no evidence required in both the explanation and documentary evidence fields for any target marked as best practice statement to progress to the next stage of the application. For evidence targets, you must upload supporting documents. In the first section, provide a brief description of your company's policies and processes. In the second section, include the name of the file you'll be uploading to support each target statement. Also, describe the contents of each file, ensuring clarity for the reviewing officer. This is so the officer reviewing your application will know which document refers to which statement. For example, all training contracts require ACCA students to complete exams and get their PER signed off. Once completed, click Next to proceed to the next stage of the application. Following the same process as demonstrated earlier in this video, please proceed to upload your documentation. Once uploaded, click Submit Documents to continue with the application. One of the benefits of ACCA Trainee Development approval, at both Gold and Platinum levels, should your organization be successful, is that your organization's ACCA students can claim an exemption from documenting and obtaining signed-off performance objective requirements as part of their performance experience requirements, PER, which students need to show as part of their 3 years experience in order to become an ACCA member. Instead, they'll only need to provide details of their employment in their My Experience record to claim the performance objective exemption. However, many approved employers prefer their ACCA trainees to still detail their practical experience requirements to ensure that they are definitely met. Therefore, please only tick this box if you do wish your trainees to use this exemption. All ACCA trainees must be supported by a practical experience supervisor, PES, to oversee their achievement of the performance objectives. For further information about the role of the practical experience supervisor and who can act as one, please click the link provided on screen. If you're interested in learning more about performance objectives, the practical experience supervisor role, or performance experience requirements in general, you can visit our practical experience page on our website. Now, enter the details for the individual in your company who will serve as the practical experience supervisor for your ACCA trainees. Once you've entered their details, click Continue with Application. You'll now see a summary of your application. Please make a note of your application number and review all the details to ensure accuracy. If you need to make any edits, simply click on the section heading, and you'll be taken back to that stage of the application to make your amendments. The only difference between this application and the professional development application is that here, you can check if you've opted for the performance objective exemption and verify your PER supervisor's details. Once you've thoroughly reviewed your application and are ready to proceed, click Continue with Application. Please take a moment to carefully read the declaration and select either Accept or Decline. If you choose Decline, you'll be given the option to cancel your application. If you wish to proceed, you'll need to accept the declaration. You can now decide whether to accept or decline third-party promotional material. Remember, this is optional and not required to proceed with the application. When you're ready, click Submit Application. You'll receive on-screen confirmation of your application submission, and an email will be sent to confirm that your application has been successfully submitted. Should you require any support during this process, please contact your business development manager. If you're not sure about how to contact your local business manager, please visit our Global Offices page on our website here. Thank you for joining us on this comprehensive journey through the application process to become an approved employer. Throughout this video, we've explored the steps involved in applying for both professional development and trainee development status, including selecting streams, providing documentation, and confirming key details such as contacts and supervisors. Remember, whether you're aiming for professional excellence or nurturing the next generation of talent, becoming an approved employer opens doors to a wealth of opportunities in your industry. We appreciate your time and attention. Thanks for watching.